Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Karen with Creative Paper Artisan, and this tutorial is specifically for anyone that has bought my Perpetual calendar. This one specifically is the rose. There will be others coming, other themes coming in the future, but this is my first one, and I want to show you guys how to put it together. So the only thing that you will need besides scissors and glue is going to be one small tiny little brad like this. It doesn't have to be big at all, just one of the smaller ones that you can find. So we'll put that aside for now. And just wanted to show you how I did this. I printed everything on cardstock because we need it to be nice and sturdy. And in the kit, you will see there is a backside or back page file, JPEG, and I went ahead and printed the backside of all of these so that there's no white showing at all from any angle. I think it just makes it prettier. You don't have to do that, but I kind of like that that theory of no white showing. So we're just going to go ahead and cut out. I'm going to cut out the front piece and the circles first. Okay, so let me do that real quick. All right. So one thing I forgot about this. You will need, well, it will be easier if you have an X-Acto knife to cut this out and a self-healing mat. So let me grab mine real quick here. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, you could, if you have some, fairly sharp scissors, you could go ahead and cut it out with this. I would rather not do that. I would rather do it with an X-Acto knife. So that's what I will do. All right, might need a little bit of help with the corners here. Don't want to overcut it, but obviously we don't want to undercut it either. So just kind of give it a little bit of a help here. There we go. And there. Okay. All right. Now I kind of cut that a little bit curvy. I'm going to see if I can straighten that up just a little bit. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Once I ink the edges, it'll all kind of blend in. So, speaking of inking the edges, that is going to be the next thing that I do. This is not a step that you have to do, but I'm an inker. I love inked edges, so definitely not a requirement. I think it makes the edges look a little bit more finished, and then the white, the very little edges where you see white will get more camouflaged as well. So, that's just how I roll. So I'm going to go ahead and just ink everything up real quick here. what we are going to do, isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it already. Okay. You can we're going to poke the little holes here where you see the little white dot. You can use a pen or like a pencil, mechanical pencil, if you want. Maybe if you have a really fine scissor point, poke it in there. I am going to use an awl that I have. So I'm just going to gently, you don't want to rip things too much either now. Right in the middle. And then also you'll see a little dot right there. All right. So now let's get these stacked up. And we'll start by putting that one there. And then we're just going to layer them like so. Whoops, I lost my brad. all that work for nothing. Hang on. So I guess hang on to your brad on the other side so it doesn't drop out. Okay, and then we're just going to spread the little wire or the little pieces right here like this. Okay, and then as you can see, we are able to, whoops, beautifully spin. Make sure that it's, everything's moving nicely, nice and fluid. All right, so now we're going to set that aside, and we will go ahead and cut out the base back. So now let's take these two pieces and make sure they match up. When you're hand cutting things, it's obviously hard to get them exactly, but let's see how close we got here. And you can always trim some things and make some adjustments if you need to. But I think I did okay. I think I did okie dokie. Okay. So what we're going to do is glue just the top here and put those two together like this so that it kind of sandwiches. But we want to make sure that this is still able to move free, right? So we're just going to do just the very top edge. And then, whoops. And then we will do the same down here. And we've got a little bit more room to play with. So I will put glue all along this wider part here, maybe up into here a little bit too, because again, we want this to move, but we want it to be nice and sandwiched as well. Nice and firmly sandwiched is the only way I can describe that. So let's go ahead and get some glue off of here. Maybe, there we go. Looks like I've got a fuzzy hair there. Got a Klingon. All right. And just carefully line things up. If a little bit of glue oozes out the top, that's okay. Just wipe it off. Make sure it's nice and attached. Make sure there's no glue getting on the wheel. Okay. And then right here, maybe up just a little bit on the curve. All right. Make sure everything's lined up nice. Just kind of take your time with this. No need to rush. Lovely, lovely. Okay, I see a little bit of that back side peeking out, so I'm going to trim that off just a tad. Okay. And kind of go over and re-ink a little bit from before. Just if anything's peeking out, that kind of helps camouflage everything. Okay. All right, looking good so far. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Okay. Now, this is going to be the part that helps it stand up. Stand upright on your desk. So let's go ahead and just cut this out. So where you see the white lines is where we're going to need to fold. Now, because this is cardstock, I always like to score it first because you'll just get a nicer, neater fold. If you have a scoreboard, you can certainly use your scoreboard. If you don't, that's okay. Let me show you how to do it without a scoreboard. If you, oops, my bone folder stuck. There we go. If you have a bone folder, which I need to clean mine off apparently, but if you have a bone folder, then you can use this. If you don't, I would suggest you could use like not the pen part, but something that has kind of an edge to it. You know, you could something that'll help kind of push it down. A bone folder is great for this. So I will be using this and just kind of line your ruler up. And if you have a ruler with a cork board on the back, cork on the back, that's really helpful. It won't slide as much as a regular ruler. If not, that's fine. Just kind of really make sure that you have things held down tight. So just kind of make a groove in there with whatever you may have available. And one more. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to fold, and fold. Okay. And give it a good crease here. All right. Now, we will be probably, oh, no, that works okay. Actually, you could fold it either way. Yeah, since I'll be using this end, I want to ink this too, just because I want to hide that white line, and I think it'll look more finished that way too. And this part will be showing, so I'm just going to go ahead and ink all the edges and ink both sides. because this will be showing too a little bit. And this is just my personal preference. Just all the parts that will be, you know, obviously showing. Okay, now we're going to start with the bottom and just glue these two pieces together like this. And they should match up pretty nicely. You want to make sure you get enough glue, because this is going to be kind of the main thing holding it together. Oh, I didn't. I'm going to go ahead and ink that too real quick. Just in case it shows. I don't know. It may not. It may not. Okay. So let's get that lined up nicely. Just kind of however you need to visually do that. Okay, and I'm gonna hold this just for a minute, just kind of really make sure that glue is gonna stick. And I'm using art glitter glue, and it usually dries quite quickly. So I'm just needs a little bit of help there. Okay, that part definitely won't show because it will be on the table, but just knowing that the white is showing is bothering me, so I'm just inking that real quick. Okay. All right. Oh, same here. This definitely will be showing. Okay. All right. So now this part is a little bit kind of up to you. Where you place this. If you want, it'd be hard to show you on the camera like this, but it depends on how high. If you want it to lean back a little bit, just kind of play with it, you know. If you want it to lean back just a little bit, kind of at an angle, then you'll put it up. You'll put it up a little bit higher. If you want it to stand more straight up, you'll put it lower. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this, even though this is all cardstock and it's pretty sturdy, if you want it to be like 100% straight up, and I can't really show you on the video here. If you want it 100% straight up, you will need to reinforce with, I would say, like a chipboard. Let me see if I can find a piece of chipboard. Okay, something like this. This is actually out of a wine box, actually, I think. But something like this. And if that's something that you know for sure that you want to do, then I would, get a piece of chipboard and put it, kind of like glue it to this back piece first before you put all this together. And then that will reinforce it. And, if you change your mind and you want to do it afterwards, you can see there's still enough playroom. You can get a good size rigid piece glued in there still, right? So that's an option. If you wanted it to be 100% standing upright like this, which is definitely an option. I think I kind of want mine leaning back just a little bit. I think that kind of looks neat. So I will be gluing mine. Excuse me. I will be gluing mine. Let me see. I think right about there. Let's see. Yeah, right about there. I'm going to put a little pencil line there to kind of remind me where I wanted that. So I'll put the glue here. Okay, and I put my line there. So let me get that there. Just get that pressure on there so it's nice and firm in there. Okay. And that's it. That is it, people. That's going to be a beautiful, and like I said, it's hard to, I'll show you like this. I'll take a picture of it standing up later, but you now have a beautiful perpetual calendar that will, you can use it every year over and over again. And just a nice piece to have on your desk. All right. So I hope you enjoy this kit. If you have not gotten this kit yet and you would like to, I will have a link below. And I thank you again for joining me. And I would love to see you in my Facebook group as well. There'll be links for all of that stuff below as well. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.